Maybe you had a really big cold like we had. It got down to 17 degrees here about a month ago, and all these leaves fell off, and you might think, oh man, my citrus tree died. Well, sometimes they're hardier than you think. Now this is a very mature tree. This is a sweet orange right here. We've got a couple of satsumas back there. Now satsumas can generally take down to 15 as a mature tree. These did very well. They did lose a lot of leaves, especially that back one. This one's got a little bit more protection from the house, and that's the north side facing that way. So these take the brunt of it, and the sweet orange gets a little bit of protection from the satsumas. But these are popping back really easy. I think this tree's gonna be just fine. Now we shall see what it does on fruiting. This is what's supposed to be its on year for fruiting. Now we still have a very good shot. I'll keep y'all updated. There's definitely time for it to leaf and flower out, and I'm not too worried about it. I think we'll have a good harvest still. But as you can see in here, a few different spots, we've got new growth. Look at that. So this tree is fine. It took the 17 degrees like a champ. Got new growth there. We'll just have to see what now it didn't set flowers and then have it die off, so that leaves me encouraged that it will still set flowers. These trees flower fairly late. And then check these out. These have tons of new growth on them. Now one good thing about dropping all the leaves is you drop all that citrus leaf miner damage, which runs like little train tracks on your leaves. See if I can show you one. No, that's not one. But they don't really super damage your tree, but it could be kind of bad on a young tree. But it's more cosmetic than anything. So we got some leaves here that look a little bit sad, but I'm encouraged. I think these trees are going to do great this year. These harvested, I bet we got 300 pounds on this tree and 300 pounds on this tree this year, and they just did great. They seem to be bouncing back just fine. There's a lot of green. If you're seeing a lot of green in your branches, that's a very good sign. We got new growth here in a bunch of spots. Looky right here, all this new growth. So these are going to be just fine. If you want to stick with very hardy citrus, you do the satsumas, the kumquat. Those can take down to around 15 degrees when mature. And the yuzu can take down to about 0. I just planted some yuzu. Haven't tried any fruit from it. The rootstock, you can see sometimes it wants to pop up. The rootstock here, here's an example of the rootstock. This is a trifoliate orange. I need to prune this off. It will just try to grow itself up. That one is about 12, 14 foot tall, that rootstock right there, so I need to prune that. But that is a trifoliate orange. It is extremely cold hardy. That it makes a fruit looks like a lemon, a really ugly lemon, and it tastes horrible. So you want to get rid of that rootstock. But that's a really good rootstock, that it's cold hardy. If you do lose your top, if you lose your plant up top, you can always graft to your rootstock. And right now, if you're the case, right now would probably be your ideal time. You don't want it to be too hot, and you don't want it to be, definitely don't want it to freeze. And we may get another frost, but I'm thinking we might be in the clear. But just show y'all, don't be too worried. There are chances that your tree will survive.